When I first heard that expression that time was relative, it made complete sense to me. Certainly, depending on the relatives that I was spending time with, time either dragged by or flew by. Whether they were aunties, cousins, or in-laws, time seemed to vary depending on who I was spending time with. And we've all experienced that time flying or time dragging, haven't we? You know, the weeks can sometimes drag by, but the weekends are over in seconds. You know, waiting for that toaster to pop, or waiting for the workday to end, waiting for that package to arrive, or lockdown to finish. You know, it seems to take ages, and yet that 2-week vacation that we've been looking forward to can go past in seemingly minutes. Now, of course, in general, time is the same for all of us. You know, 1 minute or 1 day for you is the same as 1 minute or 1 day for me. And assuming, of course, that you're not on some interstellar journey at near the speed of light. You know, the difference is how we perceive it, or how our mind pays attention to it, or more simply, how we think about it. Now, there's something else also which changes dramatically depending on how we think about it, and depending on how we think about it, it can vastly alter our experience of it. And that thing is stress. Now, the immediate connotation with stress, of course, is that it's something to avoid, right? I mean, we have stress management courses, we have those sort of squeezy stress balls, and we have those stress colouring in books. Stress is actually something we need. Stress allows us to get stronger and to grow. You know, the person going to the gym doesn't go there to avoid stress. They know that they're making themselves physically stronger. And the same applies to mental stress as well. Mental stress can make us stronger, depending on how we think about it. According to neuroscientist Carolyn Leaf, if we approach stress positively, or with a positive expectancy, our body responds in an amazing way. The blood vessels around our heart dilate, allowing increased blood supply and oxygen to our brains. Now, this releases various neurotransmitters, which boost our clarity of thought, our focus, our creativity, and our ability to solve problems. There's also a genetic switch which is turned on in the area of the brain called the hippocampus, and that in turn strengthens our resilience. So, in other words, you know, our mind makes our physical bodies rise to the occasion and prepares us to meet the challenge. On the flip side of that, if we start to worry or stress out about stress, the opposite happens. You know, the blood vessels constrict and reduce the amount of blood flow and oxygen going to the brain. We enter that fight or flight mode, which is where we just want to escape. And that's really handy if you're trying to escape from a tiger, but if you need to actually think or be creative or solve problems, then it's a problem. So I want to give you 3 ideas on how you can approach stress. And the first one is start with a positive expectation. You know, expectancy has a powerful physiological effect on our bodies. Start expecting that with whatever stress you face or are about to face, that you're not only going to survive, but you're going to thrive. You're going to become stronger, more resilient person and able to help not just yourself, but your family and friends as well. The second thing is remember that you are a capable person. You are here today because of your ability to think, to make decisions, to cope with circumstances, to change and adapt. You already have the skills and ability. Number 3 is just stay focused on what you can do, not what's outside of your control. So, there you have it. 3 thoughts on how to think about stress and how we can use it to have a positive effect in our lives. And quite important, especially as here in New Zealand we go into lockdown, and let's turn that into something that strengthens us. Stay safe.